Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is a new chapter in my book. And my book is called 71 Helpful Writing Habits that you can learn from self-publishing 91 books. Um, um, this book title is called Six, Six, Don't Focus on Sales, Followers, or Figures Too Much. Um, in the beginning of this chapter, I want to say what was said in the chapter heading page that I documented what I was going to say. It says, don't focus on sales, followers, or figures too much. Focus on impacting people the best way that you can. It's really important not to focus on sales. It's hard. It's hard when you have access to a Kindle and you can check your daily downloads on your books or your monthly downloads on your books. Um, you can't check the amount of people that are following you on Amazon. I wish that was a feature so you could see 50 books, 50 people have ticked that they want to be a follower of yours and get an email every time you produce a new book. So you can't follow your followers, but you can see the amount of people that download your book in the first 6 weeks, and you can get an estimation of how many people are seriously following you. Don't get carried away by commissions or figures or your sales rank on how many of your books are selling. Focus on impacting people the best way that you can. What's the purpose of you writing your books? It comes back to that question I asked you. What do you consider success as? Do you consider success as writing books so that you make enough money to become a full-time writer? Or do you consider success as slowly changing people's lives by impacting them by book after book? If you're focused on becoming a full-time writer, why are you focused on becoming a full-time writer? Is it because you want to impact lives and change lives? I hope so. I hope that's the reason anyone writes. People write because they have a message, but some people may be too focused on earning a living and leaving jobs and becoming a full-time writer. One of the writers on Quora said that when you become a full-time writer, don't be under any illusion that it's easy. You're going to be spending 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week at your keyboard writing books, and you've just replaced your income. Instead of being a full-time employed doing a job, your job will be writing, and you'll have to really love writing to continue the income coming in. So it's not as glamorous as some people may think. Um, I've I've published 3 books to Amazon this week, the Kindle books, and the hardcovers the paperbacks are on their way. But I don't glory in the fact that I published 3 books this week. I look forward to the process of making them free on Amazon, and then watching how many of them get downloaded in the first month. So I do focus a little bit on downloads of my books. I encourage you, as I have been encouraging you all the way through this book, to share your life with people and share a message. Put some thought into the message that you're going to bring forth in a book. Don't bring forth an underprepared message for people. Don't have half a book in you and then make up the rest of the book. Have your life be research, or have the proper research be done and investigated before you start to write your book. Don't do a half-hearted job of writing a book. Write something that's going to impact lives and change people and drive them to new decisions and new ways of doing things. I've written 91 books when this book gets published, and all of them have came out of knowledge that I possess, and I continue to increase my knowledge base by the books and the videos that I've been watching. But I get the content of my book, like I've shared, by writing the chapter titles, but all the information, all the knowledge in my books is in my own heart and in my own mind. I simply turn on the computer, I turn on the video and start to speak. So I edit and I change things in when I self-edit the transcripts, but there's not a lot of editing done by me on my books. Most of the information in my books is knowledge that I know. You may think I'm bragging when I say that 90% of Christians don't understand what I know and don't walk in the level of Christianity that I walk in. But how many Christians do you know have written 91 Christian books? Only someone who has a really good understanding of the Christian faith could write so many books. One of my carers asked me, "How do you write so many books?" And I said, "I know a lot about Christianity." How could you know so much about Christianity to write 91 books? Wouldn't 2 books be enough? And he couldn't understand how I could differentiate and make so many different varied books on the subject that I know. I impact people's lives because I've got a life that they want to live. I project a lifestyle and a form of relationship that I have with God that they want to inherit and they want to emulate. And so I continue to encourage people and inspire them to become better people by the things I write. So I write to impact people and change their lives, but I'm certainly interested in how many people download my books.